Well, hello all you gorgeous creatures. Today I'm going to be creating a look from an old classic with a modern twist on it. This look was actually inspired from the 60s and Twiggy's era, and I'm going to do a modern twist on it with a cat eye and a couple other things. Let's get started. First we're going to start with the brows. In the 60s the brows were very full, very lush. I'm going to take my eyebrow pencil, and this is just a Wet n Wild number 649. First thing I do is sharpen it. I usually do 3 turns. Not only does this give it a precise tip, but when you do that, it gets rid of the bacterial layer that has been left on the pencil. I'm going to go from the inner corner of my eye, and I'm going to place a little dot. Next I'm going to go from the tip of my nose, and I'm going to lean the pencil over until it's right in line with my pupil. And this is going to give me an idea of where my arch should be. Next I'm going to take the pencil again to measure and also go from the tip of my nose to the corner of my eye, and this is where my eyebrow should end. So I'm going to start and connect the dots. And then I'm going to start filling in. I'm using very small stroke. I'm going to take a disposable mascara wand. I'm going to start at the base, and I'm going to roll this through, and what this does, it creates a hair-like effect, but it also blends the eyebrow, so that the inner part of the eyebrow, which is supposed to be where your hairs are a little bit more sparse, it's going to come out a little bit more natural that way. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use an eye primer, and this is Urban Decay's Anti-Aging Primer. I'm going to get a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to press this onto my eye. The next step is to apply the base shadow. Now originally this look was done with a basic white shadow, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Revlon's Pearl, and this is a wet dry shadow, and I'm going to use a large fluffy brush and apply this across my lid. And then I'm going to blend it up into the eyebrow. Then using a small contour brush, I'm going to apply this to the inner corner of my eye. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the crease. And I'm going to do this using Maybelline's Impecible Gray palette. What I'm going to start off doing is I'm going to take on my contour brush a mid-tone gray color, which was the darker color in the palette. With the highest tip of the brush, I'm going to start doing a cut crease midway up into the eye, and I'm going to bring this over across my brow bone. Using a smudging brush, I'm going to blend this out a little bit. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to enhance the crease color with a little bit of black shadow using my smudging brush. And the black shadow that I'm using is Mehron Star Blend, but this is pretty much the blackest black that I've ever found, and I absolutely love it. It blends well, comes off very quickly, but it is highly pigmented. I'm going to take a little bit of the Star Blend on my smudging brush, and I'm going to begin to cut the crease and give it a little bit more definition. I'm going to do this by stipling the product in. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to take a plastic card. You don't want to use anything that's like paper, because this can actually drag the product into your look. But what I'm going to do is just to enhance the shape and the precision, I'm going to hold this against my eye and staple the product in a little bit more. And this will give it a more enhanced shape. Next, to soften this, I'm going to take a little bit of the Impeccable Gray palette from Maybelline, and I'm going to go over this just to soften the black a little bit. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Impeccable Gray palette, and using the darkest shade, I'm going to take a contour brush and apply this to it, and I'm going to go under my eye, only halfway in. This will help create not only the cat eye, but give this a smokier effect. I'm going to blend this into the pearl color that's already in the inner corner of my eye. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sephora's black liner and create a thin line across the top of my lashes. Now normally, with this look, your eyeliner would actually go downward to create like a doll-like effect, but since I'm doing a cat eye with this, I'm going to wing this up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line the inner corner of my eye, and then underneath. After that, I'm going to take a little bit of the Star Blend Black Shadow by Mehron, and on a contoured angle brush, I'm going to apply this to the outer corner of my eye. Using a small fluffy brush, we're going to blend that together. I'm going to be taking a baby blue shimmer powder, and you can use pigments for this, you can use shimmery shadows, and you can pretty much use like any really pale shade that you'd like. I'm going to take this on a very short contour eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to apply this just to my lid. Using a large highlighting brush, I'm going to wipe away any fallout. I'm also going to apply this to the inner corner of my eye. My next step is I'm going to start applying lashes. I'm going to be using Revlon 91267. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Duo Lash Adhesive. I'm going to apply a small bead to the lash line. Then I'm going to wait about probably 30 seconds to let it get tacky. I'm going to place the lash starting at my inner corner. Now once this is dry, I'm going to take some mascara and blend my lashes in with the artificial lashes. I'm also creating an emphasis more on the outer corner. Now once that's set and dry, I'm going to be taking Sephora's liquid liner in black. I'm going to apply a very thin line above my lashes, and this is just to pull everything together and give it a little bit more of a dramatic look. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to take this liner and cut my crease with it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking Maybelline's Cooling Effects Shadow Liner, and this may or may not be discontinued, I don't really remember. This is what it looks like, and it's in baby blue. And I'm actually going to line my inner waterline on the lower lid with this. And after that, I'm going to be taking my Sephora black pencil. And in the 60s, they actually had a lot of emphasis on the lower lashes. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have any lower lashes, I am going to draw some lashes in. And this is the complete look. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the look, and I would also actually love if you guys sent me some pictures of yourself creating this look. You can check out my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Instagram. All the links will be down below in the description box. I love you guys, and peace out. Mwah.